What's up, guys? Now, today I want us to look at relationship dynamics following the drama that we've been seeing throughout this Valentine's weekend with the Russian guy trending and all this Jugush and the wife drama. And I, as the common sense messiah, have decided to come and teach you some words that we use usually when defining our partners or our exes and describing reasons as to why we broke up with them. And I want to destigmatize these words and also to show you a different perspective to them, to show you what role you possibly had to play in creating a situation for where these words now became, or these terminologies became the reason you people broke up. All right? So, pay attention. This is going to be very insightful. The first word is insecurities. You all know what an insecurity is. Is that feeling that people have of self-inadequacy. They don't feel like they're enough, and it's going to manifest itself two ways. One, this person is going to be always seeking for validation because they don't feel like they're enough. They need other people to make them feel like they're enough. Number two, they will try to project those that inadequacy to others. So if they feel they're not good looking enough, they will tend to be overly critical about how other people look. So stuff like that, insecurities, right? And by that definition you've heard, it's a very bad word. So I want to show you how you people create insecurities in your partners and then blame them for the insecurity. I'm going to give you an example. When you get into a relationship, let's say you're this social person, you have friends of of all the other gender, and you interact with them frequently, and you haven't set boundaries. Now, you have your woman who is, well, just your average woman. She loves you very much, but you're very friendly with other women. Guess what that's going to do? It's going to create an insecurity for her. It's going to create a situation in her mind and her heart where she feels, hey, this guy might still be looking for some other ladies. Hey, this guy does not think I'm enough for him. Hey, this guy does not feel like I'm worthy of, you know, and vice versa. Even if it's in the guy who's in the shoes, right? And the lady is the one who's having frequent interactions with other dudes and she has no boundaries. Of course, the dude is going to feel insecure, feel like he's not enough and all that, and he's going to try and call it out. And when he calls it out, or when she calls it out, what do you people say? Oh, you're insecure. And that word makes them feel bad. But do you sit down and consider the role you had to play in creating that insecurity, because they didn't have it to begin with? Huh? Now we've challenged the mainstream narrative on that one. Before you call someone insecure, think, is it something they came with, or is it something you created? Second word, ego. Ego and men. We have a lot of stigma. People being called egotistical and they think this is an insult. Guess what? It is a quality that all men have. It's just like men coming packaged with, you know, balls. It's a qualifier for them being men. Testosterone will come with a whole lot of things, and ego is one of them. And men generally like it when their ego is stroked. Whether you like it or not, it's something that is true for all men. Why? Because it's just an aspect that they have naturally, and it's usually not a bad thing. So, I don't understand why women tend to have an offense when we tell them, hey, men like having the ego stroked. And you find a woman saying, oh, I'm not here to justify your ego. I'm not here to make you feel like what. Why? It's something that he came packaged with. That ego, the field. And I'm not saying like from an insecurity perspective, but these compliments or these things that just make a man feel like, yes, he's the man. They feel good. It's an aspect that comes with masculinity, because masculinity usually is the embodiment of leadership, the embodiment of authoritativeness, not in a bad way, yeah, but leadership always comes with authority, and also responsibility. So acknowledging some of these things, like he's a good leader, like he's a good protector, he's a good provider, it's a stroke on the ego of that man. And one compliment could make his whole year, right? But you tell it to the women, they're like so against it. And once the man starts demanding it, what do you say? He's egotistical. Challenge the narrative on that one. And we have demystified it, and we have also destigmatized it. Ego is a good thing. Stroke your man's ego. If you can't do it, leave him. Let him find a man. Let him find a woman who can do it. Now, the third word, and I'm going to package them as two words, is attention and validation. Now, this one is for the ladies. Ego was for the men. Ego The stroking of the ego is validation for the men. Now, attention is validation for the women. Now, both genders do need validation, by the way, but in terms of attention, women tend to need it more. And this is why, because it's actually a reflector of their self-esteem. Okay? Not that they are always outwardly seeking it outwardly, but even when growing up, that's why a father is very important in a girl's life, because the dad will in most cases, shape the self-esteem of the daughter. How? If he's constantly acknowledging her and all this, not to a point of, spoiling her, but just acknowledging her. She grows up with a proper self-esteem, and then as she grows up, that role gets transferred from the dad to the boyfriend or the husband. And the moment you don't do that, guess what? Doesn't mean she stops wanting it. She's going to get it from elsewhere, and then you guys are going to have scuffles, and then when the scuffles come, you guys are going to maybe split. Or even when you're seeking advice from other guys, you're going to say, oh, she's an attention seeking demon, she's never feels satisfied with herself and all this, painting her in a bad light. But have you really thought about the role you had to play in that? Because whether you like it or not, all women come packaged with this particular desire. They love being validated, they love being acknowledged. Simple compliments: babe, you look fine, you know does this dress make me look horrible? Just validate her. Yeah, if you don't like the dress, give her a better alternative. Tell her this goes well with your body and stuff like that. Don't use words like, oh, this one makes you look like a pipe or stuff like that. Don't be insensitive. These people are very, yeah, that attention and validation, it just makes the relationship easier, and that's the thing. If you don't do it, you can't go out there telling people that she's an attention seeking demon, yet you never gave her the attention in the first place. So, now that we know these things, be very careful before you create a situation that will lead to the reason why you people break up. And then you come out of it thinking you are the victim, yet you are the cause. Because you're using words like, oh, he was insecure, or she was insecure, oh, he was egocentric, oh, she was an attention seeking demon, yet you are actually the problem. Now that you know that, the common sense Messiah logs out and he says, have a nice time, and I'll see you in the next one.